Whenever the temple monks went to eat, they had to cross a water pond by stepping on wooden pillars. The rule was that their clothes must not touch the water. One day, a new young man arrived at the monastery. Seeing the other disciples cross those pillars so easily, he thought it was a piece of cake. But the moment he jumped onto a pillar, he lost his balance and fell straight into the water. Even after getting out, he didn't care about his soaked clothes. He immediately rushed towards the dining hall, but just as he was about to enter, an old monk stopped him and said, "You cannot enter the dining hall in wet clothes." So, the young man quickly took off his clothes and hung them on a stone pillar to dry. Once the clothes were dry, he went inside. But by then, all the monks had finished their meal. He only found a little thin porridge left in a basket. Taking some more porridge from a nearby bucket, he took his bowl and left. But he didn't know that porridge was meant for the senior monks. The old monk scolded him and said, "If you want to fill your stomach, learn to earn it with your merit." Then, the old monk gave him a tough test. He had to balance on the wooden pillars while eating the porridge. But the poor young man couldn't handle himself and fell into the water again. As a punishment, the old monk assigned him the task of washing all the kitchen bowls. The next day, when he saw no one was paying attention, he tried to sneak into the dining hall by climbing over the wall, but his move was caught immediately. The old monk pushed him into the water again. Seeing this, the other monks started laughing out loud. This humiliation sparked a stubborn resolve inside him. He swore to himself, "I will prove myself." At night, when everyone was asleep, he found 2 wooden barrels and rolled them on the ground. Then, he jumped on them and began practicing his balance. In the beginning, he kept falling repeatedly, but after every fall, he would get back up and try again. Slowly, he learned to maintain his balance while jumping on the fast-spinning barrels. The next morning, everyone expected him to fall again, but to everyone's surprise, he stepped on the wood with just 1 foot, and changing legs in midair, he easily crossed the pond with a highly difficult move. Seeing this, the old master made the test even harder. He replaced the thick wood with a thin wooden stick. This time, even the senior disciples couldn't cross the pond. The young man tried with confidence, but he too fell into the water. Now, to get food, everyone started practicing day and night, but still, no one succeeded. Seeing this, the old monk got very angry. He came to the young man and said, "Throw this plate into the water with all your might." The young man did exactly that, and the plate sank straight into the water. The old monk explained, "Just like this plate sank, if you step hard on the wood will also sink quickly." Then, the master threw another plate at a slanted angle, and it skipped across the water's surface to the other side. The young man instantly understood the principle. That night, he returned to the lake to practice again. With every attempt, he remembered the master's words. He fell many times, but each time, he got up and kept trying. Finally, after countless attempts, he successfully managed to cross those thin sticks, and just then, he saw the old monk standing far away, watching him.